Hello guys, this is Solo Blooded here, and yes, the 5th gen year tiers from Smogon are now officially out. This is just basically a rough draft. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. And I don't know why I keep saying I'm not supposed to say is for, you know. Anyway, as you can see, the first Pokemon rank number 1 is Ferrothorn, no surprise there. Its usage is like 20%, over 20% of the whole metagame. So at least 1 in 5 teams you will always see a Ferrothorn. And because of weather, Tyranitar is at number 2, as you can see right there. And Scizor, probably just a counter Tyranitar, is number 3, surprisingly enough. I haven't really seen that many Scizors, so it's probably because well, I haven't seen it much on Wi-Fi, but probably, in Smogon servers and whatnot, probably a lot of scissors has been used. And yeah, Garchomp, no surprise there because of Tyranitar. Gliscor, no surprise there because of Poison Heal. Ever since Poison Heal has been introduced in the Dream Mode ability, basically everyone has, and their mother has been using it quite a lot. I mean, it's like 2 turns of leftovers in 1 turn. Plus you can use Protect, which basically means you got 1/4 of your health back. And that is quite broken, but anyway. Latios, since Latios wasn't Uber anymore, people have been going AWOL and been using Specs, Latios, and Escudero, no surprise there because of Tyranitar. Reuniclus, one of the most underlooked Pokemon at the beginning of Black and White, is now one of the most feared and most annoying Pokemon of this current gen and this current metagame. So, well, yeah, Heatran still popular as ever because of its massive special defense, massive special attack. Good HP. It's a good all rounder. You can make it a sweeper, you can make it a defender, anything of the sort. Rotom Wash. Ever since of the new mechanics of Rotom being now electric and water type, Rotom has pretty much gained a lot of usage. With its ability, it basically means it's dodging a weakness, which is the ground type. So its only weakness is grass, which is good, and it's only 1 times, unlike Swampert, which is times 4 weak to grass. So yeah, Swampert not as popular as Rotom. As Rotom can burn, he can pain split, he can thunder wave, he can be scarfed, he can run stab Hydro Pump now, which is even more the reason to hit Pokemon such as Excadrill, Gliscor, and Garchomp, and even Tyranitar. Conkeldurr, no surprise there, is the new Machamp, more physically defined. Just basically Drain Punch and Stone Edge, Payback, Bulk Up. Priority Mark Punch is the seller. I don't care what anyone says. It is pretty much the seller. If Conkeldurr didn't have Mark Punch, I'm very sure it wouldn't have been used as much. Jirachi still the whole hoe that is being used for Iron Head, support and all that. Still a very good staple OU. Politoed. Politoed. What can I say? Just make it rain. Make it rain on the hose. I don't need to say anything else. You should pretty much know by now. Dragonite, yep, still a very good Pokemon because of multi-skill. Basically, if your Pokemon is at full health, it will be taking less damage. Very bulky Pokemon in general, and it's mostly been used as a support lately. Thunderous, because of Mischievous Heart, you can do priority subs, priority Thunder Wave, massive special attack. Recently, it's now been a good mix attacker because Hammer Arm does deal more damage to Tyranitar than Focus Blast, and it's more accurate. Gengar, unusually over Jellicent because I never figured Gengar to be that popular still. I don't usually see much Gengars. I usually see a lot more Jellicent, definitely in the pre-meta game. But then again, this is probably based on usage on some other server that I really haven't been to. Skarmory, yeah, I understand. I faced a lot of Skarmory when I was battling on PO. There has been a shit ton of Skarmory every day, all night. And, I nearly had the option to run Magnezone, but I knew if I ran Magnezone, then my team wouldn't be that good. But, Volcarona, definitely used a lot. Definitely overhyped and overhauled in the pre-meta game. If there was any meta game, 4 times weak to rock basically crippled its usage. I would definitely say it would be in the top 10 if it wasn't weak to rock that much, but Starmie number 20. So Starmie, pretty. It was actually a very good Pokemon in 4th gen, and I'm surprised it's still very good in this gen, even though I haven't really seen much Starmie in the later metagame. Gyarados, yeah, still very good. It's got Moxie now, so it can either run more attack should you knock out a Pokemon, or reduce the attack of the Pokemon that you're facing right now. Hydreigon, still very good. One of the few dragons that have Stab, Dark Pulse, Surf, Fire Blast. It could be mixed. It hasn't got any Dragon Dance. It's only got Work Up as its own setup move, but pretty good. These are special attack. Troll Speed though. Fortress, still, Ferrothorn has pretty much replaced it. Ferrothorn is the new Fortress, but Fortress is still a very good Pokemon. If you have seen my last match when it knocked out a Jirachi and lived on 69 and did not flinch, because 69 does not flinch, then you would understand. Blissey, now here's the problem. I would have expected Chansey to be over Blissey, but it seems people still prefer the full evolution of it. Probably because, I don't know, maybe it has more HP. It's not really that obvious. Evolution Stone Chansey or Eviolite Chansey has much more defense and special defense if you know how to Eevee it right. I don't know, probably because of the special attack, Gale Flamethrowers, Ice Beams unsuspectingly, which Chansey hasn't got the power to do. So that's probably why it's used. Infinite, still a very good Pokemon. Not sure if people are using Iron Fist ones now. I definitely know by a fact that because of Wild Chase, people have been using Banded Ape, and even so, this kind of Infinite set has been migrated to 4th gen as well. Ninetales, well, this is probably the reason why. Because of Drought. It's not more popular than Politoed, but it's still within the top 30, so yeah. Vaporeon, still a very good Pokemon. You don't need to know what I need. You don't need to know. You should know that from 4th gen. Salamence, because it's come back from the ban list in 4th gen, he's pretty much want to wreak havoc, but obviously Garchomp is more popular than Salamence. Breloom, don't need to say anything else there. Chandelure, pre-meta game people have probably been using Shadow Type, which is now banned. It is illegal. It hasn't even got the Dream ability yet, so you shouldn't really be using it unless you're a fag. It's good special attack. Very, very good special attack actually. Not very good speed, but pretty manageable with a Scarf. Pretty decent defenses, not so much good HP, but a unique typing of Ghost and Fire pretty much makes it good enough to be top 30. Scrafty, new Fighting Dark type, there's a new type there. It can run bulky, some use Dragon Dance. I don't prefer the Dragon Dance, I prefer the bulky. But yeah, pretty good Pokemon. Tentacruel, now Tentacruel is OU for a reason. Liquid Ooze stops Leech Seeders, it can Rapid Spin, it can set up Toxic Spikes, good HP, good special defense, decent special attack. Very good Pokemon. Has Scald now, so that can help with his defenses. Although people don't use Barrier, which would help his defenses up by +2, but people don't probably have the moveset for it. Metagross, that's alright. Terrakion has found its place at number 34, so that's a very good Pokemon to be used. It can run Scarf, Rock Polish, Banded, all Source Dance, very good typing. Edgequake, even though people don't use Earthquake. Close Combat's good enough. Swampert, you can see there, still good. Hexorus, second most strongest Outrage in the game, most strongest in OU. Troll Speed, but very good attack, not ×4 weak to ice, so that's a good thing. Lucario, under Hexorus, that's interesting. Basically, with the new addition to Nasty Plot, you don't know what Lucario set you could be seeing. It could be Adamant, it could be Modest, running Source Dance or Nasty Plot. You don't know what the hell it can run, so it's a very good Pokemon. Pretty much a surprise Pokemon, but until you see what setup move or what move you use, you won't know what the hell you're going to face, so it's quite a problem. Cloyster, Shellbreak, Skill Link, what else can I say? Hippowdon, not as popular as Tyranitar, but it's still there. Magnezone, top 40, pretty much to render those Ferrothorns, Fortresses and Skarmories. Should it run HP Fire, which is probably the new hidden power that Magnezone might be running, just to trap stills and such. Deoxys speed declined a little bit, really, hasn't it? Yeah. Magnezone, already said that. Machamp. Still OU, pretty much because of its niche. I don't know how to say it. Sorry about that. Stab, no miss D punch, no miss stone edge, and more special defense than Conk Elder. Pretty much is its only properties and such. Landorus, yeah, Landorus not as popular as Escadrille, but uh, Sand Power and all that, Scarf, U-turn, Good Scout, and all that, Source Dance, Well Polished, Bulk Up, all that good stuff. Whimsical, I would have expected it to be a lot more upper, in the top 20 or so, but, you know, Whimsicott, priority on everything that doesn't attack. Taunt, Substitute, Leech Seed, Cotton Guard. It's a very good Pokemon. Latios, not as popular as Latios, but it's still very good and such. And then we've got Bronzong, we've got Mienshao, Darmanitan. Very good Pokemon, hyped up by Shofu. Get hit with all of that. Get destroyed, get demolished, and get destroyed. Anyway. Stab, Flare, Blitz, Sheer Force, just wrecks all day, all night. Toxiquoke, what the fuck is he doing on number 49? Seriously. I don't understand. I hate Toxiquoke. I never would have figured it to be that used. I mean, really. Virizion, grass fighting, unique typing, good special defense, good speed, decent attack. Porygon 2, the most hyped up Pokemon since when Eviolite got introduced. Because Porygon 2 is basically a first stage Pokemon, with Porygon Z being a stage 2 Pokemon, and Porygon being a basic, because, Pokemon T trading card game. Yeah, trading card game. There's a basic, then there's a stage 1, and then there's a stage 2. So yeah, Porygon 2 is basically an unevolved Pokemon, therefore it can work with the Eviolite, which means better defenses. And I would have expected it to be a lot more in usage, but oh well. Underneath it is Tornadoes, which is the last OU. They cut it off at number 53 at this point. Tornadoes, because of the rain, Stab Hurricane, is actually a very good Pokemon. I've actually used it quite a lot, and it's very, very good. Pure flying type, it's very, very good. And then underneath Tornadoes, this is where the UU line starts. When at number 54, Espeon, that's where the UU starts. Magic Mirror, I would have expected it to be a little bit more. Azumarill, I would have expected it to be a lot more used, but I guess Crocodile does more to those sand users. Jolteon, wow, you dropped a lot. Zapdos, Chansey, Zero-Arc, Togekiss, Slowbro, Electivire, shit. Donphan, Azelf, and then we got all these Pokemon. Let me just scroll down here. Yep, Honchcrest, Raptor, Caracosta, all those Pokemon down there. So yeah, that's pretty much a rough OU 5th gen OU UU tier list. It'll more likely change, so be prepared for that. Oh, almost forgot one thing. I remember seeing a Messigno somewhere. Where was it? Ah, there it is. I find that kind of funny, to be honest. Oh yeah, also, I wanted to mention something. Jolteon, Zapdos? Really? UU? Because I remember some Pokemon like Starmie, Gengar, Zapdos, they predicted that 4 of them would be OU, 1 of them would be UU. They predicted that Zapdos would be the only one in OU. But it turns out that Zapdos is actually the one in UU. So that's quite interesting. So yeah, catch you guys later.